The question comes, should you really hate a rival? I mean, it's such a mean, nasty word. But in the case of clean, old-fashioned hate, there's really no other choice. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we see a squad from the ACC, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. Ball is coming out to the 40 after that penalty on the kickoff. Receiver comes in motion. Leaves it with the running back. Both these teams have had some good moments this year, and they'd love nothing better than to improve their bowl positioning, build a little momentum by getting a win in this one.
We're just trying to punctuate the season, right? How big would it be for one of these two programs to finish the year as a ranked team? It would help them so much in the offseason with recruiting and really help their confidence looking ahead to next year, David.
And confidence and momentum and just learning how to win. A part of that is a part of the process of being great in the future. And this team, learning how to win, finding ways to get it done, it's only going to build momentum, and hopefully you can carry that over to next season.
You know, I know that wasn't a big gainer, but that's going to set some stuff up later for this offense. Trying to run the football and get it established is huge because play-action pass is a big part of what they try to do when they're throwing the ball.
Off the play fake. Here's the pressure. And the misconnection on third down.
That is exactly how you set a tone when you're on defense, and especially when you're at home. If you can get them and force them into a punt early, keep that crowd going and involved, man, is it fun to play defense.
Punt is in the air. He makes the fair catch, and they'll spot the ball at the 18. Offense in a bunch formation. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll go right back to it. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. Trying to pick up a first down. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Slips through the line. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rounding to the football?
The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on 3rd down. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll start this drive going to the air. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
They punted on their first drive of the game, and now they have to convert on 3rd down to avoid doing it again. Gets it out fast. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Love the coverage and not giving up an inch defensively there. 3rd down, smothering the receiver. As soon as he caught the ball, down he went. They've got this offense.
The snap to the up man. They'll fake it. He's not going to get there, and they'll turn it over on down, so fake doesn't work.
And obviously you're trying to catch him off guard, but it didn't work. I'm not a fan of fake punts. I'd rather put my offense on the field and guys that do this for a living all the time and are really good at it, but tried to sneak attack, and it did not work.
He wants to throw it. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. He'll toss it. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Rides the back. Keeps it. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on third down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
This is where you make the money on the drives. Ball at the 30, it's third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Got the back over the middle. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the first down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Makes the grab on the left. Open spaces. Past the 20. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia. Looking for the tie with the extra point.
And man, that play looked a little bit too easy. Fourth down, big situation. You got to get up on these receivers and make it difficult. He gets the football right away, gets all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I know it's something we take for granted, guys, but the Q did a great job there with the play-action fake. He really took his time and sold it. And that's what froze the linebackers in the second level of the defense to help make that completion a whole lot easier.
After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Running back searching for a hole. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The toss to the outside. Turning it on. He'll work his way down to the 28.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one, Reese, that this team was going to try to use their speed and take advantage of it, and they did right there. Nice gain on the run play to the right.
Found plenty of running room in that defense. They've got to find a way to get there and make the tackle in the open field.
Yeah, and they got to do a good job with their eyes, finding the football, and they've got to get a lot of bodies to this guy because he is fast.
And the Yellow Jackets come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Here's the handoff. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
A lot of times defenses blitz to stop the run. This very play right here, blitz the linebackers, but man, the offense did a great job. Everybody understood what they saw. Running back understood. Pick up a nice positive gain when they were trying to get a blitz and maybe create a tackle for a loss.
Just when they're looking run, now up top. Rush coming in high, and they got him at the 29. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see if someone can get the edge in the second quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Trying to keep the drive alive. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
Nice job by the defense on fourth down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that fourth down play. Really good job by this defense.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Wants to go up top on first down. Quick strike complete. Turns it on in midfield. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. To the air on first down. Working that left side now. There he goes. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
That's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Ball marked at the 26. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Outside the pocket, lets it go. He's got an open man. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
Man, he looks like he's in a rhythm on this drive, right? 3 for 3. He's going where he needs to go with the football. The defense doesn't have any answers for him. Find the offensive coordinator. I'm letting this guy keep chucking it down here close to the goal line.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. They'll send the back in motion. On the direct snap, it's Frazier. He's trying to get it in, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Chance to put 3 on the board and passed. This one needs to be productive. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And I'm putting that one in my back pocket. I'm going to star it. I'm going to highlight it. That blitz came home. We are going to need that down the road, and I'll be ready to call that one.
The Yellow Jackets have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Off the bootleg and rolling out. Gets it out quickly. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The Dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Makes the catch. It's Evans. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. The offense in its own end still needing a couple of yards for the 1st down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30. The Ramblin' Wreck and the Dogs have been fighting it out for a long time. You know, people forget Georgia Tech is a charter member of the SEC. That was a long time ago. First meeting back in 1893.
Yeah, and reportedly they wanted to join the SEC later, and Georgia said no. But how about this? Tech has a line devoted to Georgia in their fight song about how much they hate them. So that gives you an idea of how deep the hate is.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Grab behind the line. It's Frazier. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, that's what I do on short yardage situation. 3rd and short, make my guy fall forward for a couple yards, try to get the 1st down, but it was a good tackle, and the receiver got absolutely nowhere after the catch.
This is a makeable field goal distance, but this offense is thinking touchdowns. They'll go for it on 4th. He'll toss it. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the 1st down on the play.
Well, I love the variety in the run game you're seeing from this offense. It's not just going to be conventional handoffs. It won't just be the quarterback. He's making good decisions. Pitching at that time, that's the right read. And it's not a huge explosive home run type play, but it is enough to help them pick up the 1st down.
Pulls and fires complete. Got enough space. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
All right, defense, it ain't working. Right? We're stringing together several 1st downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Lining up in the wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Direct snap. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Dogs!
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. A quick timeout called by the kicking team here.
Timeout, Georgia.
This is ultra aggressive. Still in the first half, got the lead and going for the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the second quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. He's going to take off. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. They're working that left side. Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one. And it seems to be a lot easier for the quarterback to find this guy than it is for the defense.
Yeah, and I think this is a guy, Reese, that you can split him out. You can feel comfortable getting the football as many ways as possible because he is one of those matchup problems. Linebackers aren't going to be able to run with him, so try to find ways to maximize that little guy's speed and athletic ability.
And the Yellow Jackets in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. A great catch and run for 6.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. Looking downfield on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. It's complete. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38.
Some crossing routes are designed to beat man coverage, but that one worked out pretty well in zone. Nice job by the QB and receiver being on the same page, finding a soft spot, and getting the completion.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Firing to the right, complete. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards. And we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. The inside handoff. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Run game is good. The balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run the option. Down to the 32 and out of bounds right there.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football, that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Looking to throw for it. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Snares it outside. It's Frazier. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
And the Dogs have it with a 1st and 10. A designed run for the quarterback. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Moving away from pressure. Out of the backfield, he's open. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. The snap sets up to throw. Lets it fly. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Georgia.
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
And the extra point is good. Set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he's not going to take the touchback. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Yellow Jackets will kick it away to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the snap, it's Frazier. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, the offense is trying to go with the trick play, and they're dialing up the reverse, but the defense had great eye discipline. They tracked the football from the running back to the receiver, and they were able to rally to him and make a big tackle for a loss.
On the direct snap, it's Frazier. Oh, they're after him. Using the quick game. He's got the first down, and they did a brilliant job getting him out flanked with the Wildcat.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Finds a soft spot in the middle. Breaks into the open. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after they play up top.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Now on 1st and goal, let's see what Georgia will do. On the ground. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
After getting knocked back, it's 2nd and goal from the 4. Back to pass. Buying some time. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on 3rd down.
That is exactly what I would tell this quarterback to do. Throw that ball away. Don't force it. Don't create a turnover down here in the red zone. We still got a few more downs to go. Nice job by the QB with the decision-making.
The defense trying to make a stand on 3rd and goal. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they take it in for 6 more points. Things getting tough for the Jackets as they block it. Picks it up, that's a live ball. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Bringing it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They've clearly found that dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Motion from the wideout. The play action fake. Unloads it left. A strike downfield. He's loose on the left. He is feeling it. A huge play. Almost took it to the house, but they got him at the 24.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Unleashes one deep. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
You simply don't see that very often. A quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to throw again. Moving out of the pocket. On the run, fires downfield. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
He is stopped right at the 21-yard line, and now it'll be 4th down and decision time.
Brings up 4th down.
Quarterback by himself in the backfield. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He'll try to take it back.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. And they've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You want to end a play quickly, get in the backfield that fast, get to the guy, and get him on the ground. Nice job penetrating right from the snap, getting off the ball so quick, penetrating the backfield, and making something happen.
Fires to the right. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself with the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the third quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. And this play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback. You're happy to oblige. When you've got the playmakers you have offensively, just keep chucking it.
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Might be calling a hot route. They were trying to hit the corner on that loss, but the defense refused to lose contain.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
I'll tell you, for this defense, they're going to have to find a way to bracket this slot receiver because of how athletic he is. They're going to need to make sure they've got linebackers and DBs surrounding this guy at all times.
It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. And it's right down the boulevard. And that lead grows even bigger. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
It's second and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Moves around to clear up the vision. Nice move to keep running. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line, and when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's third and long. To the air. It's Casey. He's got the tight end. Turning it on. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. And the Yellow Jackets want to pick up the tempo.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
They'll move it back, and it's 1st and 15 for this offense. Tight end now in motion. A little release to the back. Still on his feet at the 45. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. The Yellow Jackets come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. 2nd and short, maybe looking for a shot. Zings it complete to the right. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Well, that was a weird one because I think running back screen was called, but the quarterback just saw an open receiver downfield and said to himself, hey, I got an open guy. I'm just going to take it.
They'll move the tight end. Off the play fake on first down. Fires to the middle. Intercepted deep in his own end. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field. Because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Off the RPO, complete.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
They come to the line, facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Wide receiver going in motion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Got room on the return. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. He'll keep it himself. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
The offense thought they had a good look to run that play into with the QB, but there's just an example of a defender winning his one-on-one battle and making a tremendous play. Great effort by that guy.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And after taking a loss on that last run, a little bit of pressure right now for this offense on their own side of the field. They've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but this is a critical third down that they have to convert. They don't want to give the ball back and put the pressure on their own defense.
Sends it back in motion. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. At the 35, he's got room. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
Yeah, and I like this offense, keeping the foot on the gas. You got to lead by a couple scores, but keep the foot on the accelerator. Nice job. Another big play down the field for this offense.
And they get him on the ground, and that's going to do it. Ball game is over.